Welcome in, guys, and I thought I would do a little detour here before I continue on with the rest of the NFL teams for 2025 and do my recap. I thought I would start by and really give you guys my thoughts, give you guys another scout report on Arvell Reese. Arvell Reese, he's an edge from Ohio State, and if you're really looking at his tape, he's one of probably the best edge rushers in this league and in college. I think if you're going to look at if whoever gets Arvell Reeves in the upcoming draft, you're getting someone who's going to be a steal. Like, you're going to be looking at him kind of like an Aston Genty, I think. Again, like kind of Aston Genty was last year, running a different position, but I think whoever gets him, like especially like an Aston Genty, or he's going to be like a Jamar Gibbs, where if you get him, everybody else is on the team going to be like, fuck, you guys got Aston Genty, you got fucking Jamar Gibbs, and I think it's the same here. Games I watched him on tape, Texas, Ohio, Washington, Minnesota, Illinois, Wisconsin, Penn State, Purdue, Michigan. First, his strengths. Now, he's got great athleticism and range. He has an exception. He has one thing I loved on tape is he has an exceptional speed, and he's close, and he has this closing burst that allows him to chase plays down the side, which again is great for any team that is. I mean, could you imagine him with a Myles Garrett or him? I wouldn't mind him in Detroit. I don't think we're going to get him because he's going to be high on the board, but I would love that sort of defensive player, especially for the Lions. One other thing I saw on his tape, he's got great versatility. He's capable of playing like a standoff. He can play as a standoff ball linebacker, or he can play as like a off-rush edge playmaker type. So he can play different roles. So he can be like the standoffish linebacker or the rushing off the edge type play. So again, what I like here is he's very universal, and he can really be very versatile, and you can put him in different schemes. So he's not really like a one-dimensional player. Another thing is that he has a possesses a great violent and aggressive style. When you really look at his style, it's very in-your-face, get at him kind of style. And he has a great sack ability where he can really cause quarterbacks problems and turn them over. Which one thing I loved about his playmaking and his playmaking and his violent, aggressive style of play, which I think you kind of need that. Some of these defenses that are looking at an edge rusher this year, you need somebody like an Arvell Reeves that's going to really put up a couple of sacks in that defense. Physicality wise, he's got strong. He's strong in pursuit with an active hand to block negativity in blocks. His coverage, again, one last thing I saw on his tape, like his coverage ability. He's got good instincts when it comes to coverage, and his speed's pretty good. And especially when he's running back and going after the tight end, I think that's pretty good. Like, he's got some good speed about him, and he's able to cover himself against the running backs, and he has that good instinct, like when to go, when to not to go. One of the things I did see on his tape was sometimes he needs a bit of discipline. He can be, again, I don't mind him being aggressive, but you could be a bit too over aggressive here when you can bite off your hand when you don't need to do that, and sometimes he loses his content and is contained for over pursuing the ball. He doesn't really need to do that. So again, if there's a coach in there, like a defensive coordinator, that can get coach that out of him and make him like still aggressive type player, but if you can just tone it down a tad, a bit, that'd be great. Pass rushing, again, the pass rushing refinements. So he wins with his pure raw speed, but again, sometimes he lacks some like deep moves in his arsenal to really elevate himself to the next level. and he can be like neutralized sometimes on his first move, and then that means the offense can counter him and just run up the field or whatever with different plays. And that, I think, again, if he just reinvests his pass rush abilities, I think, again, goes, thinks about more of his, like, what's in his arsenal to develop him, I think that would be a good thing. Last couple I'm going to talk about here, I have, sometimes he struggles to digest offensive lines when not running directly at them. That's one of the pet peeves that I had when I was watching a lot of his tape, was he struggles to digest and read the offense when he doesn't have to run at them. That was one of the huge kind of things I was like, yeah, that's one of the things you have to do better at the NFL. It's okay doing that, getting away with that at the college level because you're facing college kids. But again, you're going out there against elite offensive players in the NFL, you're not going to get away with that. Coverage and kisses can struggle with changing directions against quick receivers, and sometimes he watches the quarterback rather than watching the coverage responsibilities, and that's kind of one of the things you're not going to get away with in the NFL. Is like you're too busy focusing on what the quarterback's doing other than what's going on around you. And then his experience, he limits a bit of experience as a full-time starter. That's going to give me a problem. So I guess if you're going to draft him in somewhere, you need him under like maybe like a Myles Garrett or somebody like, or Aiden O'Connell to really guide him. But yeah, overall I think, again, he really looks like a really good prospect that I think that if you look in the next couple of years, he could be a multi-time Pro Bowler if he gets to the right system and the right team around him. If you build if you get the right defensive coordinator around him, it's going to coach some of these weaknesses out of him and get to his full potential. But yeah, that's my scout report, guys. I'll leave you guys thoughts in the comments.